Hello students, let us study logical implication in discrete mathematics. Now students, look at this example. Suppose P is a proposition, 4 is odd number. Now tell me what is proposition? I told you it is a declarative statement which can have the value true or false. Now if I look here, P is 4 is odd number. It is true or false? It is false, right? It is false with the value 0. Correct? Now the second proposition is Bangalore is not in Karnataka. It is true or false? It is also false. Correct? Now tell me what is this? This is conditional. If P then Q. So what will be how I will write this in English now, keeping this P and Q in mind? I'll write 4 is odd. If 4 is odd number, then Bangalore is not in Karnataka. Right? If 4 is odd number, then Bangalore is not in Karnataka. Now, first of all, the basic thing which I should think is that how Bangalore is in Karnataka depends upon 4 is odd. So basically it makes no sense. If I observe it in another way, I said P is 0, false, and Q is also false. If you remember the truth table of P implies Q, when this was 0 and this was 0, this was 1. If you remember the example I gave you, I never studied, I never passed, but I am happy because I never wanted to study. Correct? So, my P implies Q here is true. Okay? So, I am saying this statement is true that if 4 is odd number, then Bangalore is not in Karnataka. So, it basically, as per the logic, it is correct, but it makes no sense. So, such sentences or such conditional, they are known as hypothetical statements. Right? So, this conditional, when they are not related, they are called the hypothetical or implicative statements. Okay? So, hypothetical or implicative statements. Okay? Now, we says that they are logically equivalent only if when this is true, P and Q has to be true, then it is called logically equivalent and it is represented like this. So, this is different from conditional. This is double line. And this was logically equivalent when two columns have the same truth values. Now, what is the meaning of this? This is logically equivalent. And it says that if Q is true, then P must be true. So when I write like this, it means that P is sufficient for Q. Okay, so for Q to be true, it is sufficient that P is true. And Q is necessary. Q is necessary means what? Q is necessary for P means if P is true. Okay, if P is true, then it is necessary that Q is required. Okay, now see, look at the example. Simple example, if I am writing ki if a quadrilateral is square, then it is rectangle. Okay, so what is the meaning of P implies Q? This is your P and this is your Q. So it means that to be a rectangle, being square is sufficient. Okay, if it is a square, it will be a rectangle. Okay, but to be a square, rectangle is only a necessary condition but not sufficient. Okay, So because what is the difference between square and rectangle? In square all the sides are equal. So if I have a rectangle, so it is required to be a square, but it is not sufficient because the side should be equal. But when I am saying that it is a square, it is 100% sure a rectangle, nothing else is required. So this is sufficient. So for a quadrilateral, it become a rectangle. Being square is sufficient, but being a square from a rectangle, it is necessary. So now how I can ask you the question based on this concept, right? So again you have to make the truth table. As I spoke about the necessary and sufficient condition, we will use that concept only to solve the question. Now let us see the first question. Suppose my question is P and P implies Q. You have to check whether they are logically equivalent or not. So how I will do, I'll make the table P, Q, P implies Q, P and P implies Q. Okay, now 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Now P implies Q is what? 1, 0, 1, 1. Now P and P implies Q. P and this 1, then 0. This will also give 0, this will also give 0, because and means both should be 1 only. Correct? Now, how to do the question? Always search for the truth value 1 for this proposition. So here it is 1 here. Now go back to the value of this proposition and check whether it is 1 or not. So if I go to Q, this is 1. So whenever my left hand side is true, right hand side is also true. So it is logically equivalent. Understood? Let us see one more question. Now suppose you have P implies Q and negation Q. Logically equivalent to negation P. So let us make the table P, Q, negation P, negation Q, P implies Q, and then P implies Q and negation Q. Okay. Now let us make 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Now P implies Q is 1, 0, 1, 1. Now P implies Q and negation Q. Means I need to check these two columns. So I know and is 1 only when both are 1. No, 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 yes. So 1, 0, 0, 0. Now you check the value of left hand side. These are the values of left hand side. When it is 1 only here. So at this row, in this row, you check the value of this side. So negation P. Yes, it is 1 means it is logically equivalent. Understood? Now let us do one more question. Now let me take the question with 3 proposition. Okay. So I have P or Q or R and negation Q is logically equivalent to P or R. Correct? I am writing one more question. If there will be a space, we will solve both in one only. Otherwise, you can do other one in the homework. So the second one is P and P implies Q and R. This actually you can do orally also because all are and. So P or Q implies R. This is second question. So let me try to do both the question in one table only. Okay. So I have P, I have Q, I have R. So 1, 2, as I said, 3 proposition, each can take 2 value. So 2 to the power 3, 8 rows. 3, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Okay, let me start with this question. I need negation q. So negation q will be 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. Then I need q or r. Okay, so q or r is 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. Then I need p or q or r. Means this and this I should check. This one and this one. So 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and 0. Okay. Then I have this thing done and negation q. So I need to see this column and I need to see the column of negation q. Since in between I have and, I'll write the value 1 only if both are 1. Okay, so let me name it some s. Just I don't want to write the big thing, so I'm writing it s. S means this whole left hand side. Okay, or let me write left hand side only. Right, so now I am doing this 0 1 to 0 0 1 1. See, I am comparing like this. 1 1 means 1, 0 1 means 0, 0 1 means 0, 1 1 is again 1, 1 0 is again 0. So this is my left hand side. As I told you, I am only interested to check right hand side when my left hand side is 1. So I have 1 here, I have 1 here and I have 1 here. So no need to write all the values. I will just cross check for these 3 values. So now I need to make P or R. P or R means where it is. Okay, P or R we have to construct. So P or R. So I have 1, 1, 1, 1. Then I have 1, 0, 1 and 0. Now wherever I have 1, do I have 1 here? Yes, I have 1. Yes, I have 1. Yes, I have. So it is logically equivalent. Oh, sorry. No, not logically equivalent. It is logically implies. Right? Now understand your necessary and sufficient condition. See here, right hand side has 1 value so many times. But here it is not 1. So I am not going to check right hand side to left hand side. I have to check left hand side to right hand side. Okay, now same way you do this question. I will construct this first. So I need to write P and Q. P implies Q. P implies Q is 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, now I need to see P and this and R. So obviously this whole thing will be true only if these 3 separately are true. Okay, so I will check directly for this left hand side. Now left hand side P is true, P implies Q is true and R is true. So this is 1. Okay, second one P is true, R is 0. So no need to write it. Now next is P is true, R is true and this is not true, so no need to write. This not working, this not working, this not working. So nothing else, only first one I have to write. Now look at this right hand side. Right hand side I will write only for the first row because only for the first row I am getting 1. So P or Q when I am writing, so P or Q for the first one. So 1 and 1 is 1. Okay, so I have 1 implies R. R is also 1. So answer is 1. So right hand side is also 1. So it is logically implies. So this is how you have to do the questions of logical implication. In my next video, I will be doing the laws of inference, and that concept is very important and easy if you understand the concept and remember the rules. So thank you and practice all the questions. Subscribe the channel so that you get the updates of all the new uploads. Thank you.